Are you a farmer, vegetarian, or someone who works with wool? If so, then you must have heard of anthrax. Anthrax is an infectious disease caused by a type of eubacteria called Bacillus anthracis. Infection in humans most often involves the skin, gastrointestinal tract, or lungs. Anthrax typically consists of aerobic, gram-positive, spore-forming rods. When conditions for growth are good, with plentiful nutrients and water available, the bacteria are rod-shaped organisms that can grow and divide. When conditions are unfavorable, each forms a very resistant dormant spore that is able to survive extreme environmental conditions and can remain in this state for decades. Anthrax commonly affects domesticated animals such as sheep, cattle, and goats, as the bacteria is often located in the soil in spore form. But humans who come into contact with infected animals can get sick from anthrax as well. In the United States, incidence of naturally acquired anthrax is extremely low. Gastrointestinal anthrax is rare, but may occur as explosive outbreaks associated with ingestion of infected animals. There are 3 different ways through which anthrax can be spread. Cutaneous anthrax, the most common type of anthrax infection, occurs when anthrax spores touch a scrape or cut on the skin. An itchy sore develops that is similar to an insect bite. This sore may eventually blister and form a black ulcer. The sore is usually painless, but is often surrounded by swelling. A scab often forms and then dries and falls off within 2 weeks. However, complete healing can take much longer. Cutaneous anthrax can be treated with antibiotics taken by mouth, usually for 7 to 10 days. Deoxycycline and ciprofloxacin are most often used. In 2001, anthrax sent through the U.S. Postal Service infected 22 people, as 7 survivors had confirmed cutaneous anthrax disease. Inhalation anthrax develops when anthrax spores enter the lungs through the respiratory tract. Breathing in spores means that a person has been exposed to anthrax, but the person will not experience the symptoms until the bacteria actually germinate, or sprout. This process usually takes 1 to 6 days. Symptoms include fever, fatigue, headache, cough, shortness of breath, and chest pain. When treating inhalation anthrax, a combination of antibiotics should be used. Doctors often start treatment with ciprofloxacin plus another drug given through a vein. The length of treatment is about 60 days for people who have been exposed to anthrax, because it may take spores that long to germinate. Gastrointestinal anthrax, the 3rd type of anthrax infection, occurs when someone eats anthrax-tainted meat. Symptoms include abdominal pain, bloody diarrhea, fever, mouth sores, nausea, and vomiting. The disease can also be treated with antibiotics in support of anthrax treatment. However, gastrointestinal anthrax results in death in 25 to 60% of cases. In 1979, an outbreak of anthrax in a small Russian town caused 64 human deaths resulting from tainted meat. There is a vaccine to prevent all cases of anthrax, but it is not yet available for the general public. Anyone who may be exposed to anthrax, including certain members of the U.S. Armed Forces, laboratory workers, and workers who may enter contaminated areas, may receive the vaccine. Also, in the event of an attack using anthrax as a weapon, people exposed would receive the vaccine. In the event of an outbreak of anthrax in schools, extreme precautions should be taken. All food must be recalled, as gastrointestinal anthrax can be quite fatal. It should also be stressed that if a student has a cut or scrape on the skin, it must be properly bandaged and covered to avoid cutaneous anthrax. If the disease continues to spread, the school should be condemned until it is cleaned and safe to re-enter.